Welcome to the Eye of the Tyrant, episode 7. If you like what we are doing here, make sure to check out our Patreon and social media and our Start Playing Games accounts. But in the meantime, we have Egg, played by Corb.
Hello, I am Egg, played by Corb.
Samuels, played by PK.
Hello, I am PK, playing Samuel.
Seir, played by Brayden.
Hello, I am Braden playing Seir.
And Vesper, played by Aaron.
Hello, Aaron, doing Vesper.
Nice.
Oh, beautiful.
When we last left off, our wanted fugitives planned their next moves and found that they were in need of funds to get new identities. Samuels decided skiff racing was going to be his method for getting the party a little bit more wealthy. However, Seir, on the other hand, wanted to take on some bounties. Seir's journey has taken him to the underbelly of Chuta, with Vesper by his side as they tracked down Vox, a dangerous murderer, in his hideout. And that is where we're going to pick up as Vox cracks his knuckles and clay and stone dust drops to the floor. He looks at you all and goes, "So, you going first, I'm going first, and well, how are we going to do this?" And let me get the turn order out here for you.
Yep.
Make sure you click on your tokens so that I can actually keep track of things. It's appreciated, always.
Alright. Token clicked on. Initiative.
Meanwhile, we just have Samuel and Egg going for a walk up in the upper city, just enjoying the day. It's lovely outside, and everyone's around. And Windless is just happy to not be in Seir's sight at the moment.
Sorry, remind me, initiative is 3 for difficulty.
Oh, I didn't give you a difficulty. That was my bad. Yes. Initiative is 3 because most of the baddies are 3. So you both rolled a 10. Very good. You both beat the initiative. So you two will be going first. How would you like to proceed as you see these two goons next to this large rock man? He is wearing clothing, but like I said, he is about 7.5 feet tall. He is wide-shouldered, and he looks mean.
I am going to follow whatever Seir does in this situation.
All right.
Alright, I'm gonna look to the goons, look back to Vesper and goes, "Keep them off my back," and I'm gonna fling out my hand and I'm gonna mind slice Vox the Granitian.
All right. Yeah.
Whoa.
Let's see. Mind slice. Where are mind slice?
Yes. So it's an onslaught maneuver. It's 2 points of intellect damage, ignoring armor.
Very good. So
I'm going to spend 2 levels of effort on this.
okay, to increase the damage. Very good. You do have to, of course, roll against his level. He is a level 5, but you have 2 points of effort now, so that makes things a little bit more friendly for you.
Yes, I think I'll spend 1 level of effort on the attack and 1 on the damage.
All right, very good.
I'll do 1 and 1.
Of course, remember
There we go.
It breaks down the cost for you, so it costs you 4 intellect points, but very good. He all of a sudden just kind of like raises his hands up to his head as he gets the absolute most splitting headache that he has ever had in his entire life. He looks a little disoriented for the moment. This is going to reduce his level because he is not used to this sort of combat. He is going to be a difficulty 4 for you for this encounter.
Yeah, and as I just do this, I just project this malice into his head, and I just say, "Kneel."
Who's Neil? Vesper, what are you doing?
Seir says nothing, but just grits his teeth.
I am going to pull out my handgun and I guess just aim it at one of the goons, but aim it towards his knee because I don't want to kill anybody.
Yes, absolutely. It is
Three
going to be a
crimes,
difficulty
come on.
3. Remember, you do get a free asset on this because it is a handgun, and therefore it is a little bit easier. Oh, did I? Yeah. Yeah, you get a free asset to add on to that. Handguns are easier to
Okay,
maneuver, just
here
like
we
knives.
go.
Very good. You
Oh, beauty.
you
That's
succeed. You shoot this guy in the knee.
It works.
Which for some people that might be worse. But as this guy just screams out, "She shot me in the knee."
I'm doing it, Seir! I'm doing it!
I think Seir's just gonna like glance over and goes, "The knee, Vesper. That's uncalled for."
Oh, very good.
For shame.
It is now going
For
to be their
shame.
turn. The two guys are going to come at you, Vesper. This is going to be a difficulty 4
Shit.
speed defense. As also, you would have had time to use your 1 hour recovery. I do want you to know this.
Oh, I would have used that. Yeah.
Yeah, I just noticed that like you haven't, so I was like, you should use that.
You should do it now.
Probably a good idea.
Right.
So there you
now.
go. Yeah, that's a much better, much healthier looking pool there. But anyway, these two come at you. They are going to be a difficulty. I said a difficulty 4, I believe, because they are attacking together, and that is going to be them basically shooting at you.
Okay, I'm going to use an effort to try and get out of the way. And I'm not going to get out of the way.
Oh no.
You got very excited and you're like, "Oh, Samuel, look," or not Samuel, Seir, "I'm doing this." And then like you shot the guy in the knee, and then like that guy gets done freaking out and he pulls out his gun and he is going to shoot at you. You are going to take 2 points of speed damage.
It's not too
Okay.
Could be worse.
Not too bad.
bad. Not too bad, bro.
All right.
You can dig, sleep that up.
Next up is going to be the big guy. And the big guy unhunches over and he looks at you and he goes, "You think you're a tough guy, don't you?"
For you.
And he is going to pick up a large object to his right. It is kind of like just a large piece of metallic debris, and he is going to throw it your direction.
Alrighty.
This is going to be a speed defense roll.
Mm-hmm.
Difficulty for this is going to be a 4.
Oh, nat 20.
Absolutely. Go ahead and take an experience point and give one away.
I'm gonna give one over to Vesper, my backup.
Yeah,
Thanks.
you are like you're in your element now. You are in your armor. You are like this is not even an issue for you. And so because of that, he goes to throw this large item and you just pop out of the way.
Could I actually flavor it as like he throws it and I just kind of like twist my hand away and then it goes like
Oh,
it
absolutely you
telekinetically
can.
blasts into the wall. Oh, and can it it's a major effect. Can I have it hit a jukebox in the lounge? It starts up a really shitty really shitty pop song.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
the major effect.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
that's what I want. That's what I want. goddammit.
Well, it's the song's in C major.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
made-
Yeah.
And so
For
with
Major
that,
Laser.
the song starts, and it very much becomes that like montage fight scene. As we pop back over to your turns, what would you like to do?
Go ahead, Seir.
Vesper, you good?
Ouch.
All right, I'm gonna take that as you're good. Yeah, just continuing to mind slice the dude, and I think it's like a kind of a thing where like Seir kind of like almost kind of turns it into this just kind of like martial arts thing where it's just like he's making like punches and kicks and just projecting the mind with it. So it's just like he's looking like he's actually like slashing the dude.
Absolutely.
But with his brain. This time, I'm gonna put no effort to the attack and both into damage.
All right, let's see it.
All right, difficulty 4.
Yep.
Okay. And I'll put 2 levels of effort to the damage. Whoops. All right, I got a roll of 2.
Very good.
Whoa. Whoa.
Very good. He is going to just look at you. He's like, enough with the mind tricks. It is going to be Vesper's turn. Vesper, what would you like to do?
As I've been just shot at, I'm aiming my pistol and just kind of pulling back from, when I was shot at almost way back when, and try and just shoot the guy's hand and knock the pistol out of his hand so he stops shooting at me.
Yeah, go right ahead and roll for that. That is going to be, it's still just one guy, so it's difficulty 3.
I'm not going to use an effort.
It's gonna be a crit. It's gonna be a crit.
And it's going to be 2.
Yeah, definitely. As we cut to the surface, Egg and Samuels and Windless are just kind of sitting around like I'd say what like an outdoor like seating area, with the umbrella, and you guys are just
got a little like a paper bowl of fries with one of those little cartons of ketchup.
Absolutely. Windless looks at you all and goes, "What do you think Seir and Vesper are doing right now?"
I think they're having fun.
Oh, good. Seir seems like the type of person who really does need to have a little bit of more fun in his life.
Very serious guy.
I get it. It's really funny.
Thank you. Thank you.
So
I
Samuel,
find him quite inspiring.
He is
cares.
pretty it inspires fear, really, and a little bit of malaise and uncomfortableness.
Discomfort.
Really?
To me, sometimes, yes. He like holds up his wrist where there is currently essentially a cat collar with an air tag on it.
What's that?
That's cute.
Oh, this is how Seir is going to be keeping track of me.
Oh, it says your name
He
is
got you
Whiskers.
a friendship bracelet? And he didn't get me a friendship bracelet?
I mean, if you want one, we could get you one. I said we got it from the store down the street.
It's fine. I'm fine.
No, you deserve a friendship bracelet, Corbin. Or Egg. Both
Thanks,
of you.
DJ.
Both you. You're welcome.
I need to do that with a friend. I suppose you're my friends as well. Samuel, is it true that a third of your planet was destroyed by a propertarian?
Yeah. There was a famine on my planet, and about a third of our population died, and then the other 2/3 of it kind of pretty much became victims of the Empire in other
That's
regards.
terrible.
Yeah.
You must have wept for days, weeks, years.
Yeah. I did that
Come to
for
think
quite
of
a
it.
while.
I have never seen you weep,
Yeah.
though we have been through so much.
Correct. It's not
We
really
cut
my
back
style.
over.
It's a real bummer.
We cut
Just I'm
back
eating
down to the
fries.
underbelly. As you guys are just eating fries, having a good time, talking about deep emotional trauma. Vesper, go ahead and make a might defense roll as one of these guys, not one of these guys, comes up at you with a baseball bat, a spaceball bat, and.
Ooh.
Sorry. This is going to be a difficulty 3 to avoid, as the other one is going to you, Seir. You've kind of let your guard down a bit, and he's not really going to run at you because he's got a hole in his knee, but he is going to shoot at you for a difficulty 3. Wow, these are some bad rolls, Vesper.
And I used an effort as well.
That is going to be, yep, there you go. Oh no. Seir, he gets you right, right in the perfect spot to kind of pierce a little bit of your armor, but not all of your armor. You're going to take 3 points of damage, but you're actually only going to take 1 point of damage because of your armor.
That's why we wear it, baby. That's a might damage.
That is a might damage.
Okay.
Good. It's lucky.
I gotta get shot. I just look over at that guy. You're going to regret that.
Yeah, absolutely. And the big guy is going to kind of run at you. Full rhino style. Go ahead and make a speed defense roll for me. This is going to be a difficulty level 4.
Level 4. Alright, I think I'm going to spend a level of effort on this one.
You just just tell me how you dodge out of the way for this.
I think it's less that I dodge, because I don't think that Seir does a lot of dodging in the armor. I think it's just a way of positioning himself so that the armor takes the hit. So I think he kind of sidesteps it a little bit just in time for the guy to knock into him, and the two of them slam into the wall, and Seir's able to kind of push him away, the armor having redirected most of the force to its external kinetic plates.
All right.
That's dope.
Very cool. It is top of the initiative, which means it is both of you again, Vesper and Seir. What would you like to do?
So is this guy right next to me?
Yeah. He is swinging at you, for sure.
Right. So ciphers are meant to be used, correct?
Ciphers are always meant to be used.
I am pulling out my mono blade. And as I pull this out, it is a 6-inch blade, and I assume he's just hit me in the shoulder, so I've been knocked down. And as I pull this out, I jam it in his knee as well.
Just going for the
Is
knees.
good knee or is it bad knee?
That's
no,
a
the other
different
guy
guy.
said
It's a
the-
different
The other
guy.
guy.
Yeah, this is the-
Different guy.
Oh my god.
Very good. So, let's see. So it produces a 6-inch or 15-centimeter blade. That's the same level as the cipher, so 4. Very good. The blade cuts through any material it's level or lower. That is this man. And if it's used as a weapon, the light armor ignores armor of a level lower than its own. So, and it lasts for 10 minutes.
You're gonna destroy
very
this guy's
good.
jeggings.
This is
Hell yeah.
going to be because it's a light weapon, so you're trained in it essentially. So go ahead and make a knife roll for me,
Okay.
but make sure to add the asset into that as well for the attack.
Difficulty 3 again.
Yep, difficulty 3. I love that.
Alright, just have this scene. Seir saying, "What have you got there?" And then Vesper saying, "A knife!"
Oh my god.
Oh no!
No!
Vesper, please.
You are rolling so low.
Please.
So bad.
Please roll
It's
better.
painful
Oh,
to
jeez.
watch.
So
For
bad.
reference, Vesper rolled a 3. Needed to let's see. No, wait. You needed to roll a 3. What did you roll?
No, she needed to roll
No,
a 3.
rolled
I
a
rolled a
3 to
3.
beat
Oh,
the
difficulty
of 1.
3, but you rolled
The
a
difficulty
3.
was
Yeah.
yeah. It was a 9 on the die. That was needed.
Ouch. All right.
So-
Well,
If I just flavor it, I imagine that as I'm going to stab at his knee, I just fumble and kind of graze past his pant leg and like, oh shit.
yeah, it's very much like, why is she going for the knee? All right.
I
Very
don't want
good.
to kill anybody.
Seir, what would you like to do?
This guy's a fan of rhino charges, so if video games have taught me everything, the way to defeat the guy that does a rhino charge is to bait him into hitting something that he was rhino charging into.
Run
So
him
I think
into a
Seir's gonna
wall.
shoot it, look around the room. Is there like a power conduit or an aquarium or just something funny that I could cause this guy to smash into full force?
So many
Yeah.
aquariums in this room. So many aquariums.
Yeah, the jukebox.
There's
don't know.
definitely junction boxes and, a whole lot of concrete wall.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to try to bait him into slamming into a junction box. I'm going to try to maneuver into position and then kind of wait for him to run and then just kind of like try to like redirect him.
All right.
Smash him in
So
there.
what we're going to do for this is we're going to give you, because this is interesting. You're trying to use his momentum against him
Yes.
self. And so the way we're going to work this is we're going to give you essentially an asset towards your defense roll, so that because you're so focused on that defense and getting out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So it is going to be his turn next.
Mm-hmm.
He is going to charge at you. That is going to be a difficulty 4 to defend against for your speed. And then, let's see what happens. And if you crit somehow on this, not somehow, but if you crit on this, that's going to be extra damage to him.
All right, so that's with one asset. I'll spend 1 level of effort. Here we go.
Oh, very good. You step out of the way as he cracks right into the junction box. He seems to have been shocked a little bit, but not terribly, because, the rock. But even more important is the crunch that you heard as he turns around and there is a few droplets of blood going through the cracks of his rock-like skin. Very
Oh, you got a
good. Next
boo-boo.
up is going to be the other two. He goes, shoot him! And the shot in the knee guy is going to shoot at you, Seir. That is going to be difficulty 3. And Vesper, you are going to get swung at, also difficulty 3.
I got a 1 GM intrusion.
Oh no!
Oh, a good old one.
Interesting.
We love it.
I'm going to say that you're going to take an experience and give one away. But also, you turn to look as a bullet hits your eyes, and the world goes dark for a moment. You cannot see. Everything is going to be a difficulty higher for you to succeed at. Very good. Vesper, you are able to
Never mind, I'm
avoid.
okay.
You were able to avoid getting hit, but it is your turn. What would you like to do?
I'm going to give my experience point to Samuel.
For me,
Samuel's just sitting there eating french fries. Ooh, I feel like I just got a little bit more strong.
That feels really good.
right?
Okay, so as this guy swings at me with his bag, and I'm going to just kind of dodge out of the way and bring down my blade on his arm.
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll
I don't want
that.
to kill
elbow?
anybody.
Right on the joints.
Yeah, just
Attack the joints.
right there. Yeah, look. Yep.
Go for his hip, his shoulders.
Let's see it. Nope. It's got to be important appendages that.
Oh, 19!
Very good.
Goodbye, elbow. Goodbye, elbow.
It's one of those things where, like, you don't realize how strong this blade is, because it's essentially twice the strength of a normal knife, right? It is a level 4, and it is doing 4 damage on its own, but you are able to hit in such a way with that crit that you come straight down through his arm and just cut it off at the elbow, and he screams as you're being as non-lethal as possible, so I'm gonna respect that. And
if I may,
yes, yeah,
the bounty did ask for you to bring them in unarmed.
There you go.
And the monoblade is so sharp that it just like it's a clean cut.
yeah.
I'm crediting this success to Taylor Swift at the moment, and
You can hand down
We
I
don't
cry a
credit
lot, but I'm
Taylor
so
Swift for
productive.
anything.
when you get
and,
a new
this-
arm, you can hand down your old arm to this guy.
That's true. That's true. He is going to pass straight out because that was more HP than he had. And since you're trying to be non-lethal,
sorry.
he drops to the ground. The other guy looks over and goes, "Boss, I think this one's a monster," and he's going to fire at you, Vesper. Oh wait, no, he fired at.
shot
It's not.
me.
It's Seir's turn.
Yeah.
Seir's got to resolve his turn first.
Yeah, so sorry, with that damage, was it also he dealt damage and did the blinded thing at the same time, or just shot my helmet, fucked up my vision?
So you would have taken 1 point of damage.
Okay, after
But
the,
you are currently blind with the helmet at the moment.
Gotcha. Alright, so Seir reels back, kind of winces, goes, I'd always meant to fix the optical sensors on that side, and we'll just focus instead on bringing down the Granatian engaged with Vox, and it's just going to kind of, again, like his fighting style is a combination of like really high-minded martial arts and just kind of like just pure psychic bulldozer. So I think he's gonna try to just like pull back and just mind slice and just come in for a big like kind of flurry of blows.
All right, very good. Go ahead and roll that. He's back up to a difficulty 5 because you can't see. But let's. I mean, he's a big guy, so.
For you, I'm gonna go ahead and spend once again the 2 levels of effort.
Oh, very good. Yeah, and so it's just one of those situations where like you just start absolutely hitting at this. This was a physical onslaught.
No, the mental. So
Oh, it's still
ignoring,
mental. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so like I'm flavoring it like he's like punching, but the punch is not the actual thing that's hurting. It's the little projected mind blasts with it.
Absolutely, yeah. So he is going to drop to his knees and pass out. His big thing was the fact that he was naturally armored, and you were able to get past that with relative ease. There is only one guy left, as he is going to fire off at you, Vesper, because you just cut his buddy's arm off. It's going to be a difficulty 3 to defend against, please.
Absolutely brutal.
It really is. Just, man, ouch.
I'm gonna use an effort. 4 success.
All right. You were able to avoid getting hit by him. Your turn.
Oh.
That guy's hurt.
I'm just gonna turn to him with this dripping monoblade. Run.
Can.
Roll a intimidation for me. This is
Damn.
going to be an intellect check. You're going to get an asset because you cut someone's arm off. And you shot him in the knee. And
Run
of course, his
Wait, how
boss
can he run
is
if he's
currently
shot in the
down.
knee?
I guess we'll find out. What's the difficulty?
Run!
This is going to this is going to be a difficulty 3, but like I said, you get an asset.
Natural 20!
He soils himself, first and foremost.
Major effect.
So take an experience point and give it to someone else. This is
Egg.
all right, and
Yay!
he he goes, Yeah, yep. And he starts to hobble away as quickly as he possibly can. You are out of initiative. Seir, what would you like to do to get this guy taken care of? And
Yeah, so what is the process for taking in a bounty? Do I have to, like, scan his DNA? Do I have to, like, drag him physically to the place of point? What's sort of the process for redeeming it? I think Spear would do the bare minimum.
It's a dead or alive bounty. But basically how it would work is if you want to go alive, you can call the bounty office and have somebody meet you down here, as you have the guy restrained. Or you could do it the easy way, which is, you just bring the evidence of this guy no longer being alive. But he is alive. He is just incapacitated at the moment due to the onslaught.
Is there a difference in pay for dead or alive?
There was not on this one.
Okay. Seir's just going to kind of stand over the body, and he's going to kind of tense his hands, and if Vesper doesn't stop him, he intends to just snuff the last bits of life out of him.
What are you doing?
I'm taking care of the threat.
I mean, he could just be sent to prison, right?
Yes.
He doesn't seem like the intelligent kind. I don't think he'll escape,
No, just the mass murdering type.
So they'd put him in a special section, right? Do we have to kill him?
We do not have to. But do you think that he deserves life?
Well, I don't live out a life sentence on, something like the Eye of the Tyrant. Why not?
Because the Eye of the Tyrant is a bloated and corrupt monstrosity that serves no purpose other than the suffering of those sent to it. If it is a choice between that or a quick death, I would rather give this one a quick death.
Well, why not just let him live out his tortured life there? I'm sure he can make friends with, the sisters, and I'm sure they'll give him a lot of shit.
Vesper, you still believe in the tenets of the Empire, even after everything.
It's my home.
But your home has betrayed you. It has shown its weakness to you.
Has my home betrayed me, or is it maybe just somebody at the top? I don't know.
Templars, as a rule, don't tend to take many prisoners. We mete out our judgments swift and summarily.
We cut up to the surface as Samuel and Egg are deep in a conversation about trauma.
Then how did you become a smuggler, or whatever it is you were?
So, I started, the famine kind of happened when I was about 15 or so. Lasted for 3 years. And during that time, there were people who were shipping food off world. And so, I got into a gang that would take over ships, food shipments, and return them back to the planet and feed people when we needed it. And so, I'd work the docks, get on a ship, we're loading up crates and whatnot. And while I was on there, one of the guys on my team would give me this little device, and we'd plan it. I'd plan it, and it would read an error code on a ship about, when it would get about half a day's travel away from the planet. They would put out a distress signal. We would go in on a stolen repair freighter that we had, take the ship, take the crew, take the supplies, so on and so forth, do what we had to do with each and every one of those things, dispose of them how we needed to, got the food back to the people, and so on and so forth, worked my way up. got
Could you pass the
did
salt?
some. Yeah. Sure, here. You want ketchup? More ketchup?
No, that's fine.
Okay, all right, cool, yeah. And so yeah, we would I eventually started got into a weapon shipment or two. Stole some guns and such. Stole some explosives. Stole some like what would you call it? Paint, stealth paint. Radar absorbing paint from one ship. That was a weird one. But eventually they said I kept on getting past security and all this stuff, and so they wanted me to go do things, and they sent me here. Or they sent me there. Now I'm here.
This gentleman that we saw at the racing station. He
yeah, Mounds
was Mounser. He caused a disaster on your world?
No, it was really the Empire that caused that disaster. This one, they just, this guy, his family, they had a farm that was still running and was still profitable. They were getting fertilizer shipments from the Empire because they were friendly with some of the Empire folk, and so he just profited while people starved, and just his family is only in their position because they're standing up high on a mountain of bodies, and I don't like it. He doesn't deserve what he's got.
There anyone still at home in your planet, family you have left?
Kind of. I left my father there. That was about it. He's old. Pretty worn down, pretty defeated by everything that happened. So, yeah.
I see.
Vampire kind of took a lot of stuff from me, and not keen on letting him have anything.
And this race is not just a matter of funds, but a matter of revenge.
Yeah. It's fun and funds, you know? I've kind of started to realize that I'm aimless. I'm just kind of an aimless anger out here. Like, I see this guy and I'm like, oh, I want to kill that guy because he screwed up a bunch of stuff, but he didn't cause the problems. He just profited off of it. I don't even know who I could go after the problems. I kind of think maybe Vesper's family, that Frost family, they got, a senator and a person. Maybe I go after her family because they're probably they're probably more responsible than this Mounser guy is. So I don't know.
Alpha Crash says, it is not the person that deals the sentence, but the system behind them.
Yeah.
Could you pass the ketchup?
Oh, yeah.
And then
yeah,
we bounce back down to the underlevels of the city. Seir and Vesper. What are you doing?
Look, I know that there are things in the Empire that aren't always great. I've found things that the Empire is trying to cover up. But that doesn't mean people have to die. Yes, he's obviously a bad guy. He's committed crime, but I think he should just serve out his time instead. That has nothing to do with the Empire.
I've called the bounty office. They'll come and pick him up.
And this guy? Should we, sorry, he's bleeding out. Maybe we should, and I just, start to wrap up this poor guy's arm that I cut off.
Yeah.
Perfectly normal.
Yep.
Yeah.
Seir doesn't raise a hand. He just kind of stalks outside and sits waiting outside the lounge.
All right. It doesn't take terribly long, probably a good half hour or so. You weren't really all that far from the main bit of the city. before a few black uniformed, unlabeled uniform people step forward. And they go, Templar. Not usually one for taking on bounties, but who am I to judge?
Strange times all around.
I'm just gonna pull up the scarf on my face.
It's gonna be well, he's alive. Didn't have to be. Awful lot of restraint for a suit.
As I said, strange times all around.
Alright, well, it's 700 credits to you. And he reaches in, pulls out a chit that holds the credits, and he goes, "Here you go," and tosses it over. Yeah. All right, boys. Let's take him and go. And they kind of like have like a floating stretcher that they kind of very much struggle to roll this man onto, and it also seems to struggle underneath his weight as they exit. As you finish up. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Seir kind of watches them go and then glances over at Vesper and goes, "So, did that help?"
Shouldn't you preserve life? That's just all I'm getting at. I'm sorry.
No,
I
it's
don't mean
fair.
to get in your way.
I don't work with people all that often. Templars typically only ever work with their master and apprentice. It has been a long time since I had anything that was close to a colleague. I am trying to understand how best to work with equals. My hope was that this helped get you have your mind focused on something concrete, a task that needs to be done, because that is what works best for me. But I realize that is not what works best for everyone.
It's just a lot. My life has been completely turned upside down.
Yes.
And I'm
Well, I know the feeling.
not sure. Could you actually relate, though? It seems
Yes.
like you've just jumped right into this. It seems like it's just picking up where you left off.
Well, everything that I believed in has been eradicated before my eyes, but I've had more time to process and think. The first month that I spent in the eye of the Tyrant, I was a shell. Barely human. I believed in the Templars. I trusted in my master Valafar. And the rest, I thought that we were a force of order. When I discovered that the corruption and the rot that existed within the Empire extended even to them, I did not know what to do with myself. I thought everything has been in vain. It is by meeting Egg and yourself and Samuel that I realized that there are other paths than despondency and despair. I thought first that I was going to betray Egg, take the Crash Clan and return them to the Templars as a nice little gift to buy my way back into their good graces. Now I realize the rot is spread too far. The Empire has become sick. The Templars have become sick. And doctors lance infections. I am preserving life. Even if I must burn down the galaxy to do so.
As
I
you
hope you'll see another way. Genuinely. Not everything out there is bad. Not everything out there has to be so angry.
Yes, I admit this is a deficiency. I've never experienced what you've described as your upbringing. A family, friends, life. Mine has been very focused on duty. I admit to this shortcoming in my perspective. That is why I am leaning upon you and the rest. You can fill in the gaps that I possess.
Well, maybe there's some truth to what Egg said with a found family. I know that may be a little bit harder for you to embrace.
I mean, if we're being honest, Templars were my family. So, I admit that I miss it. I miss them.
Well, I can't speak for the others, but I don't think this little group that we have is corrupt. But I could be reading people wrong. I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
Yes, well, if there's any of them to watch Samuel. He's like me, and as a result, I don't trust him. Also, you shouldn't trust me. Just putting it out there. The only really good soul I've ever met in this galaxy is Egg. And he's a terrorist, so.
He tries his best.
I don't even think he tries. Egg is infuriatingly simple. He is Egg. He radiates something.
Well, as they say, ignorance is bliss. I think he radiates bliss.
Ignorance is bliss.
Ignorance!
No! No!
I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna use that in the future. You know what they say? Ignorance is bliss. But you radiate bliss.
You radiate bliss. Oh.
Oh
Wonderful.
my gosh, that'll be the first T-shirt probably. Well,
yeah, I think eventually we probably head off to go see the
yeah.
others.
You make your way back up, and while you are heading back, Samuel and Egg, still in conversation, winless, just kind of listening, but really just more interested in like trying all of the different foods that you guys have nearby. He's real stoked about that.
Mozzarella sticks, fish fillets, banana split, and some pressed tofu.
Oh, absolutely. And with a mouthful, he goes to you, Samuel. He goes, "So, where'd you learn to fly like that?"
Well, first was flying things around on the farm, the house around my farm, and then some of the stuff, some training for some of the like ground vehicles around the ports and stuff when I was working those to get in on the ships. And then when I was on the ships themselves, the pilots there taught me some stuff. And then I went to get to this what is it, to get to this Eye of the Tyrant training thing that I'm on. Went to that flight academy that they got going on there. What's that thing called?
Yeah, it's just the pilot academy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, the Trojan Pilot Military Academy. Yeah.
I barely even went to school when I was on Atrocia. I was just a street kid. So it's all of you are so skilled. Like you, Egg. How did you learn about explosions? You're skilled.
I made them. I was trained for years in the crash course, learning all manner of explosive creation. I was selected at a young age, a very young age, before my living memory from an orphanage and adopted into the crash commune on this crash station, where I was taught various skills. They found that my greatest skills were in, strength and destruction. So, they taught me how to, do that.
Do you ever feel like you're just a weapon?
Alpha Crash says, a weapon is a tool.
Yeah.
And I do feel like a tool sometimes. Yes. Especially lately. My brothers in arms have not come to find me. Even Theta Crash, when I spake with him not so long ago, not seem interested in contacting me further.
Well, I mean, Theta seemed to be kind of in a bit of a undercover situation. Maybe they can't.
Indeed. Perhaps this is all part of a grand plan. A crash plan. I was never the one who made the plans.
You follow him really well, though.
Thanks!
Yeah. You got Vesper got Vesper to the ship real well. I appreciate that.
Sigma Crash told me once that he could always trust me to follow through. But that's... if I am a bullet, I need a rifle to guide me.
You ever try bowling?
Yes!
Yeah.
I used to have to practice bomb bowling. Extremely important skill if you work in detonation. You never know when you need to roll a grenade through a crevice at high speed.
Well, that makes sense. Well, I was just thinking as like a sport, you just seem like you got the kind of mentality of a bowler. I think you would be good at it.
Really? I could
Yeah.
knock over pins and I could...
Tally up the
Who
score.
am I kidding?
No,
Without
no,
my
Egg,
clan, I'm useless.
no, Egg. You can bowl alone. It's fine. It's a solo sport, actually, most of the time. They're there, buddy. Go over and pat him on the shoulder.
I was
And,
raised on a station. I don't even know what normal bowling is.
Well, look, that's fine. We'll figure it out. You'll learn. You know what? Would it help you if I pretended that I was a Crash clan member? Would that make you feel? I'm gonna use spin identity to start talking like howdy, hey. I remember when Grandma Oopsilon Crash taught me her famous Crash bagel recipe, and with the Crash cream cheese on it, and the chives. There. We'll get you.
And the capers.
And the capers, yes, of course, and the capers there. Oh, Omega Crash. You're the best of us. And you're the end of us. And it's wonderful. That's what your name means. Anyway, there, sweetheart. And that's my spin identity.
It's around this time that Seir and Vesper just kind of show up. and see the scene. Uh,
I'm dressed up in
What
a
is going
grandma
on here?
clothes, like the big bad wolf, like level of just like a bonnet.
using your scarf, you've turned your scarf into a bonnet.
Yeah. There.
Step away, grandmother. We have business with this one.
Then they just take off the. Ha! It's been me the whole time. Hey, Seir. How's it going? This is some
Samuel,
therapy thing. It's
what an
Seir!
incredible gift you have.
Vesper, you have returned! Family!
Yes.
And Egg stands up and just grabs you both. You know, like, in a good old, like, noogie hug.
you look like crap. What happened to you guys?
Bounty hunting.
So you decided to fight people.
Yes.
Really? How'd that go?
But I cut off
Yes.
somebody's arm and I'm holding the blade that's dripping with blood.
It's around this
Wow.
point that the blade just kind of goes soup.
Just disintegrates.
There it goes.
Just
Oh,
blood
wow.
in your hand now.
And so,
We are 700 credits richer.
Here.
oh, nice.
Samuel, I gave you a red scarf. Let me just sorry, excuse me. Thanks. Appreciate it.
You know, you can just keep the scarf. I don't need it. I'll be okay.
No.
Okay.
It's our team uniform.
It's Scarf Squad, for sure. For sure, we're the Scarf Squad. Alright.
See, mine's blue, and Sears is purple to match his unicorn hoodie, and
Mine will
Eggs
be
is
brown.
green.
Blessed
Mine will be
green to
brown.
remind
Yours
me
is
of the
red.
beauty of life.
There.
And
Yep.
what
I don't
is
have
is
enough
a
energy for another
multicolored
bounty
scarf
hunting.
of mess.
Just like my
Yeah.
life.
Well, if you did that, we're up to 1,200 gold. We're up to 1,200 credits, so that's good.
You succeeded on your mission.
Preparation.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's amazing. Tell me, how much toast did you fend off?
Yeah, what happened? What happened with the toast?
You know, there was no toast.
That's a bummer.
I'm actually kind of disappointed.
Me too.
I've been drinking a bunch of whiskey all afternoon. I really need some bread.
Yes, I think we should all turn in for some rest before the skiff race.
I was going to say, it's been quite a long day. And, well, the skiff race isn't going to be for a few days, unfortunately. What was the lady said, Samuel?
It's on
4
Wednesday.
days? There
Oh,
are no
4 days from
Wednesdays in
now.
space.
Okay,
With
this is-
Space Day.
I'm sorry. Do we not follow the Gregorian calendar out here? What? What? Do you not remember Pope George or whatever? Pope Greg?
Now I'm going to have to come up with a calendar. Great, thanks.
No, you don't. We've got one. It exists. It already exists.
We're on the third standard day of the week.
Now, Cosmo said something about lodgings at the Rusty Skiff. That's somewhere we could stay.
Yeah, yeah. That's a good. I think that's a nice place to stay. We don't want to spend too much money. We want to get out of here, lay low. And they got criminals working at the Rusty Skiff, so I think having criminals.
Right, safest place.
Staying, yeah, it's a smart place because then the cops are just gonna leave us alone there. Yeah.
Indeed. Well, let's head off then. And you all begin to make your way back towards the Rusty Skiff. Walking everywhere in a city sucks. You know, it really does, but it's something you have to do sometimes. And as you do, every now and then you see the news, and you know it looks like there's some report of your escape from prison. It doesn't necessarily say the Eye of the Tyrant. They don't really talk about the Eye of the Tyrant in the media a whole lot. but they, just say, dangerous fugitives. And it's your faces look in a way, sketches that make you look out to be villainous, much more villainous than you actually are.
What is it
It's not to
saying
do
about?
any work at all in Seir's
No,
birth
it's just Seir's ID.
What are they saying that we did to make us so dangerous?
For one, you killed several guards, because you did.
We did do that.
You shot them out of the sky, so it's not really a lie. It's just more of,
I didn't shoot them out the sky.
I shot
okay.
them out of the ground.
We did blow up the warden's office.
Yeah.
I just used
and
a
the
gun.
warden's office was blown up with him in it, as he sipped his morning coffee or afternoon coffee or night coffee. There's no day or night in space.
Definitely no Wednesday in space.
There's definitely no Wednesday in space. But basically just saying, you expect them to be armed and extremely dangerous. One of them has profane abilities.
So they've not elaborated or exaggerated anything. They just kind of.
They're reporting it.
We've done some terrible
but
things.
they're doing it. And you guys have done some terrible things. But they're pointing it out in a way that makes it
1312.
sound much worse, right? It's not like you intentionally killed any guards. The guards came after you left.
Samuel and Seir did go on just what was defined as a murder spree.
Little one.
That's true.
I only killed two or three people in there in the escape.
I forgot about that, because you guys were separate that time. To be fair, it was a lot of androids. There was a couple of them were androids, but some of them were not. And you did
Does that make it
avoid.
better?
Yeah, mostly. You did escape prison though, and due to the actions of Vesper, and you blasting the door open with your mind, a lot more guards died than that. And so they are kind of pinning it on you. In fact, there's some footage from security cameras of you all running through the halls after letting all of the other prisoners go.
They don't
We're
look
just
so
getting
good from
started.
this angle.
Egg says, pay no attention to their proprietarian propaganda. I was raised to never trust this sort of media outlet. Rubbish! That's what Alpha Crash says.
And they're not going into
What was
any
that?
of our backgrounds, just what was done.
So
When we
they
escaped.
are specifically avoiding talking about your background.
Right.
They are definitely talking about the Crash Clan. They're definitely talking about the poor Samuel Awapsis, whatever, however you say it, because he had to pick the hardest last name in the world.
It's
they are talking.
It's very easy.
They're talking about how Samuel was kidnapped. And then, of course, how there is a rogue
Templar.
former Templar is the way they put it. Basically to say, this guy is not associated with us in the Empire. And of course, no mention of Windless. And Windless remarks on this again and goes, do they not know that I escaped with you?
You're just insignificant, I guess.
Wouldn't you be the one to answer
Do you really
that?
want your face plastered on here? I don't. Do you want to swap places? I would love to swap places.
I've never been famous before. It's just...
What exactly did you do to get into prison?
I burned down General's house accidentally when I panicked when he called upon me while I was stealing food out of his fridge.
He called
Yeah.
upon you
Okay.
when he said, "Hey, who are you in my kitchen?"
And I turned around and I tried to play it cool. Like, oh,
But you threw a
This
magazine
isn't
on
my
top of the
house.
stove and ran out of there.
No, it was something else.
You know, I think I recall hearing a story about that at one of the parties.
you
Did you
Interesting, that was you.
might have. Yeah, it was embarrassing. It was a new ability that I didn't know that I had.
Did you do the cool thing where you put a phone book in a toaster, and then lit it on fire like it was in the Jason Bourne movies?
No. This
No. Okay.
and he snaps his finger like that, and a little flame just kind of appears. It's just one of the
That's
things that I can do.
Fascinating.
I have control
But-
over it now, which can be quite useful, especially if somebody asks for a light, because then and then
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I didn't have control of it then, and he got injured, and I felt bad, and I could have escaped, but I didn't. And
You know, I don't normally study people who are alive, but this is interesting.
I mean, magic's not unheard of. It's just
I've heard of it.
Dangerous.
seemed to be a bit more
Made up.
more on the weird side of things than on the normal side of things.
Yes, my job for the longest time was to make sure that people like Samuel thought it was made up.
Yeah.
It's okay. Samuel can just live in simplicity.
Hey, now that ain't very
Ignorance
nice.
is bliss.
Ignorance is bliss.
That was a thing that Vesper and I came up with. We have developed an inside joke. Ha
What
Yeah,
are we
well-
talking about? Sorry, I was looking at pictures of dogs in that windowsill.
Oh, we're back by the pet store
Dogs.
again.
Oh dear.
We should all get
On the way to the
trackers
rest
for
of
each
Skip.
other. Let's all get trackers for each other.
What?
This is a good idea. We can all,
That's a good idea.
we can all get a
Is it?
Friendship
We could-
bracelets.
We could paint
yeah,
them for
the
each
friendship
other. It'd be
bracelets. Whiskers here's got his friendship bracelet. We should all get one.
great. Whiskers.
Yeah, that's what it says on your
We have data.
thing.
We have communicators. Do we need?
Oh,
This was my
okay.
idea in the first place.
Eventually, you make your way to the rusty skiff, and there's that big bartender there again. It's been too much since the last session, so I can't do the deep voice anymore. But he looks over at you. He goes, "Ah, you're back. Need another booth or?"
Ooh, yeah,
Looking
and
to
20
stay?
wings. That'd be good. And a place to stay, yeah. Well, actually, maybe not get a booth. Maybe have the food. Maybe have the wings sent up to the room. Like a
gonna be-
pitcher.
I could have food sent up to the room. That's not a problem. For the room, it's going to be 10 credits each.
Yeah, it's for 50 credits. Cool, great. And,
Did you really
private.
want to charge for him? I mean, like, Windless is very small.
I charge double for pets.
Okay, never mind. Windless is his own person.
And,
well.
yeah.
that's great. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate you getting all that set up for us. Yeah, we'll need probably some food sent up to the room. We're gonna need to make sure we get all the races, the skiff races set up. They got them on for a screen in the room, do they? Do you? TV?
Yeah. Yep. There is a screen in all of the rooms.
Cool,
Should
cool,
be able to
cool.
watch.
Good.
Up
Is
and
it
coming
a singular
star.
room we're getting?
Oh, do you want individual rooms?
Is it the same price?
No.
Then, is it cheaper?
It's more expensive because they're private
Dang.
rooms.
Okay, well then probably not. We gotta save money. So we got 50 credits for that. Yeah, we got probably a per diem for each person, of maybe another 10 credits a day. So we can afford to stay here.
All right. Sounds good. He tosses you a couple copies of keys, and he goes, it's room 204, second floor.
Okay. Great, thank you very much. Yeah, so we'll probably, we got 5 of us. We'll probably need, just 100 of your spiciest hot wings sent up there. 3 buckets of, ice-cold beers. And...
Buckets?
Yeah. You get a bucket of ice, and in it is beer bottles. That's a
What a bro.
You don't fill a bucket with beer. You don't get a gallon bucket of beer. That's weird.
I want to point something out real quick, and this is something that the audience doesn't know about yet, but we have commissioned art for the characters. And I do remember the first revision that PK specifically said was, I want him to look less American. And yet, he's sounding like a patron of his local B-dubs.
Hey.
I need 100 chicken wings and 3 barrels of beer.
First of all, he blends into all the societies that he's within, and that's where we are right now. These are a bunch of rednecks racing stuff through the desert, and I'm right there with them.
We've attached to these guys.
Huh?
I feel like we've brought our own preconceptions to this society. We don't know.
Yeah, well, guess what? That's where we're at now, and that's improv. We all bring something to the table.
Oh, gosh.
Brilliant.
Well,
You described an old rundown sports bar. I live in the American South. An old rundown sports bar is filled with rednecks who race stuff in the desert.
You're correct about that.
Yeah.
See, I'm in Michigan, so my idea of a rundown sports bar is quite different. But anyway, you head upstairs, and it's a comfortable room. The air conditioner is air conditioning.
God.
But it's got that annoying thing where you press the button on the wall to lower it, but it stays on for the same amount of time and it never gets any colder in the room. It's the worst.
Just set it to fan mode. I hate that.
Yeah, just leave it on fan, honestly. I went to a hotel recently that did the same thing, but for the heat. And so, you couldn't actually get it, much warmer than, 70 degrees. But it was a big room, so, 70 degrees by the window, and, cold by the door. Yeah. So.
Or, alternatively, just live in Europe where we heat our houses with radiators and don't have any real sort of temperature control.
The
No
weird
thanks.
room-based.
Anyway,
things.
it's a nice
No
room.
aircon.
It's kind of like a hostel bunk bed situation. You can tell that these rooms are definitely more geared towards teams of skiff racers. So it's
Sears,
yeah.
you get the top bunks.
This room is so spacious.
Where to the
It's very
prison
nice.
cells? Maybe.
Yes, and Crash
I do not
Station.
need the top bunk. And Seir will go and walk on over to the corner, park the regalia right up against it, and just stand there.
Oh no!
No,
Just
you don't
sleeps
sleep in that.
Standing in his armor.
You don't sleep in that.
It's,
Have you left to, poop?
the armor takes care of my basic bodily functions.
Dude,
That's
no, you've
horrifying,
got to
but
get
very
out of
convenient.
No.
What a blessing
No.
we have received, friends. Seir is willing to stand there and watch us while we sleep, never having to move. We'll always be protected.
it. I'm concerned that he's going to be watching... We're going to be watching him poop and not know it.
Like a toddler.
And it's in the room with us.
Like a
You
very
need not be concerned. It has already happened.
angry toddler.
Doesn't...
No.
Seer, that doesn't help me feel any
No.
better. Please.
There is a simple
The
solution.
regalia,
Seir,
the
just
regalia
announce
is a
whenever you're...
sophisticated piece.
Just announce it whenever you're doing it.
No. Seir, why don't you come out of the suit, put on your little unicorn hoodie, and just hang out with us in person for a little bit?
And also
The
stop...
regalia is a sophisticated piece of high-tech equipment. It is one of a kind in all the Empire. It takes care of my needs, I assure you. I am quite comfortable in here.
The regalia is too fancy a name for your outhouse, alright? Come on.
It's not just an outhouse, it also filters byproduct water and feeds it back into a closed ecosystem so I can provide
no, Seir,
with nutrients,
no. Okay,
even in the midst
you
of
need to get
dangerous...
out of the suit. Come have some chicken wings and bucket beer with us.
Please. This beer is 1 credit a bottle. It's so cheap. It's the cheapest
fair,
beer we could get.
To be fair, it is just a step above drinking your own urine. But
Whiskers.
No!
Whiskers.
It is...
Stop ruining the good beer.
is simply not necessary. Also, I do not drink. But if you will continue to raise a fuss about it, fine. I shall leave the regalia for now.
I'm gonna slip some cheap beer in your pee storage tank so that gets filtered back in.
Ooh.
It would automatically be filtered out because it is poison and toxin and therefore not required by my diet.
Alright, Mr. Fancy pea suit, fancy porta potty, let's go. Get your regalia. Yeah.
Pee-pee.
I imagine the suit cracks open and Seir crawls out just looking so grumpy. He's just got full on, just like whatever hair he does have is just like all like frizzed up. And he's just like deep bags under his eyes, just like looking sour at everybody. Closes up the suit behind him.
Egg will immediately swoop him up in a hug.
oh,
Seir! Do not worry, we will keep you safe just as you keep us safe within your suit.
Thank you. It's not a question of safety.
Puts him down
As
and
I've
smack
expressed
on the back.
before. As I've expressed before, the suit is more than just armor. It is an extension of myself. It is myself. I am not complete without the regalia.
Do you need to wear the armor because you have trouble controlling yourself? And it has to be there in case you go at any time?
Oh,
horrifying.
Samuel.
If it will stop this needless questioning, then sure.
Uh,
I am horribly incontinent, and the regalia is designed to assist with that. In fact, all Templars are. Are you satisfied now?
I think my
Must be something to do with your
like
brain
that.
magic. Everyone becomes a Templar when they get older.
Oh, Samuel, that man you don't seem to like is on the television.
Did turn off the television. I don't
Isn't
want
that
to.
why you asked
Wait,
about having the
there's
television?
another man that Samuel doesn't like?
Well, I wanted to. I mean, I wanted more to watch and learn how to pilot one of these skiff races and how those work, because I never flown them before, and I'm gonna have to start flying them, and that's gonna be a little weird and difficult. So I only got a few days to study.
Alternatively, I could fly them.
All right. Yeah, go for it.
It was a joke. It was a joke. I've cut off a man's arm today. I'm done.
Well, I don't know. Flying should be easy after that.
It was quite expertly done.
What?
Surgical, almost.
Oh, that's impressive. Was that like a revenge thing, or
Is
is that like just now you know what it feels like? But no, the machine cut off your arm. It'd be weird.
He did hit me with a baseball bat.
Oh,
In
well.
crash tradition, such a feat.
It's never not gonna be funny.
In crash tradition, such a feat would be worthy of a title or nickname. We could call you Vesper the Disarmer, or Vesper the Slicer.
Hmm.
Keep workshopping that, and get back to me, I guess.
Yeah.
It's not hitting the mark yet.
This reminds me, I need to write a note in Obsidian specifically labeled t-shirt ideas, because Spaceball jerseys would be amazing.
Yeah.
But also the whole ignorance is bliss. You radiate
It's gotta be in a
bliss.
coffee mug somewhere already. It's already somewhere.
Space ball jersey. All right. Very good. And ignorance is bliss.
I think Seir is scuttled down from the regalia now and approaches the table with the wings, and he just clearly ignores the beer, but he reaches out slowly and just takes one of the spicy wings. And just like immediately, just like tears come to mind. Like his just like whole face starts getting puffy as he's just chewing on this.
Oh,
and just
yeah.
like full on like white mom weeping, a little bit of spice in her eyes.
Seir, you
yeah.
weep. For what? Have you been harmed?
We got him.
I understand. This is toxin to improve the body's faculty to process it.
I know, these are quite great. And you just see Windlass mowing down.
Yeah, this flavor is called Worm Drive Waste. Pretty good. Yeah. Real spicy.
Oh, is...
Can we go to the
Nosebleed
Starlight
starts.
Lounge next?
Well, if we do really good in the race, maybe. Well, if you do really
Maybe.
good in the race, I'll be... I don't know what I'll be
Oh,
doing.
I was going to ask. Samuel, is there anything else that I could potentially do other than piloting with your skiff racing? Because you seem to have a beef with this guy, apparently. Wouldn't you want to beat him yourself?
Oh, I mean, I don't know what I really want to do with this guy. I just see him and people like him, and I want to smash him, and really not. It's hard to explain.
Do I recognize this guy?
Yeah.
Do you recognize this guy? Go ahead and roll for me. What would a sports check be?
I think it'd be intellect. It's a history kind of thing.
I thought you said he was like a noble guy.
He's a noble of Glasnevin. Which has been mentioned a couple of times on the broadcast. Hailing from the small mining or farming world of Glasnevin. Just stuff like that starts talking. Just a good old... This is going to be an intellect. Let's make it a difficulty 5. It's going to be unlikely, is all I'm saying. I'm not, but not impossible. But his name is Orson Mounzer.
I'm gonna use never. Why not?
You
There,
right there,
there.
Seir?
Egg is dabbing out Seir's tears with a napkin.
Oh, could I?
It's good.
No. Well, yeah. I don't need to help.
So, you don't like this guy, but you don't really know what you want to do with him. But he's racing.
Yeah, well, Egg was talking to me about it, and we were chatting, and I just kind of realized that a lot of my anger is untargeted, and so I just kind of let it lash out at people who are part of the system. And this guy was kind of part of a system, a byproduct of that system that I don't like, and yeah, it'd feel really good to kind of humiliate him and all that, but at the same time, it would probably not actually accomplish too much, besides getting us our money.
Oh no! We should definitely destroy this man. He's an evil and terrible person who has caused the death of many people.
That is kind of true. Or his family is responsible for it. Like millions of people kind of died as a result of their choices.
Vesper's family is probably, responsible for some things too, but we like Vesper.
Yeah. Am I the sort of people that you don't like?
No, you're great.
I don't think she was asking you, Whiskers.
Oh.
Most likely, my clan, if they came face to face with your clan, would eliminate them on the spot.
But you're great.
What does your family do? What does your father I know your mother is a senator. What does your father make with his company?
Weapons.
Who's your daddy and what does he do?
Weapons. Yeah. Well, weapons aren't
Not a
what
good
killed my people, so I guess I don't hate your father directly. That's about the best answer I can give right now. It's probably more likely that your mother had a hand in what happened to my planet than your father did at this point.
So,
Yeah.
basically, what I'm hearing is I've potentially allied myself with a man who doesn't like my sort of people, another man, and I point to Egg, whose family would likely kill my people, and another man, and I point to Seir, who wants to cut out the corruption of the Empire, and my family could potentially be corrupted. So,
Yes. This is
Isn't it
accurate.
wonderful how we've all found
Very
each
good.
other?
Found
Very
family
good.
really is important.
But I like you well enough, Vesper, so I kind of have put away. I mean, it's kind of the fact that I do like talking to you, and we've worked quite well together. The fact that is why I am questioning a lot of the fact that I want to attack this guy, and it's been something that's been
Well,
on my
that
mind for
is
this
a-
afternoon.
definitely an improvement from I don't care.
Yeah.
Samuel, what was your phone call about earlier?
Oh yeah. I did get in contact with the people who wanted me to break you out of prison, Vesper, and they were saying they were asking for all this stuff and yada yada yada. But essentially, they know that I told them where I parked my ship, and that we could meet there, and I might bring you there. But I did not tell them where we were, and I kept it pretty hush hush and pretty chill. But then they were saying that you had found something on that planet, and that what you had found was proof that Atroja wasn't the start of all human civilization, and that the archaeological remnants, what do you call them? Reservoirs, ruins. That's it, ruins. The archaeological ruins that you had found. That them things was like proof, like older buildings older than Atroja.
That is a dangerous discovery.
So that's why you were arrested,
Um,
because you know where that planet is. Apparently, that just even knowing where that is a big deal.
I mean, they're not wrong about what I found, but I don't have all the details. I have a couple of notes in my journal. But I extracted a hard drive that I wasn't able to study.
Do we have
And
that
that's
hard
on my
drive?
ship.
Oh, okay. Well,
Oh, Vesper, it sounds like the easiest way to make yourself return to a normal life is if this secret was no longer worth imprisoning you over. And the easiest way to make a secret not a problem anymore is to render it no longer a secret.
Oh, I was thinking you'd kill the person holding the secret. That's much better.
Windless!
Well, yes, but in this case, killing Vesper is not an option.
That's fair. Like I said, we like you.
I agree with Seir. Killing Vesper is not an option.
If you were to take this information and find a way to extrapolate more and then share it with the galaxy, why, the Empire would have far greater problems to deal with than the person who originally shared this.
Yeah.
The problem is I couldn't decipher it as it was. I spent about 3 days in a laboratory I'd found. And the best way I figured was to remove what I assumed to be was the hard drive. I don't know if this is going to be complete information. I might have to go to other sites if there are secrets to be revealed, and I don't even know what the... What would happen if these secrets were revealed? I mean... Could be anything, really.
As I told you, Vesper, and I am now sharing with Samuel and Egg, I've come to a revelation. I cannot fix this empire anymore by serving my duties as Templar. This galaxy, this empire, is in need of something greater. Be shaken up by the roots. And as such, I am fully supporting any endeavor that would cause greater distress to this empire. But you cannot enact change without first destroying what's in place. Atrosia, the Templars, they must both be shattered so that something better can take their place. And you do not shatter an empire just by blowing up facilities or causing issues with shipment delays like what the Crash Clan have done. You destroy an empire by attacking the ideas that underpin it.
Well, if this information isn't enough, would you guys be willing to help me find more?
Yeah. Sounds kind of fun.
Yes.
Sorry, what were we talking about? I was looking at dogs out the window.
How do you feel about hurting the empire where it counts, Egg?
By
Oh,
taking
yes,
pictures.
excellent. Allow me to join you.
Great.
He's easy to recruit. Most of the Crash Clan very quick to say yes to anything.
One thing, though, I don't want this information to hurt my family. I may not be on the best terms with them, but they are still my family.
Well,
They threw you in prison to rot.
I think so.
There's got to be a reason.
I don't think her family did
Yes,
that.
the reason,
but yeah.
Vesper, your family has turned out much like mine. The Templars betrayed me. And for that, they no longer have my sympathy. You still extend your sympathy to your parents. And frankly, I don't believe they deserve it.
It's not only my parents, though. I do have a brother and sister.
I'm
They may not
thinking.
be involved.
I'm thinking that if Atrosia falls, it's on them to get out of the way of the collapsing structure at that point. We can warn them, but they do need to evacuate.
Well, as you all ponder on these thoughts, the TV going, Windless very much glued to it, watching the skiff races with interest. There's a knock on your door.
Rings. I go to the door.
I scramble for my suit of armor.
As just a little man in his underwear, essentially. Just for you open the door, and it's Cosmo. He standing there with his very vibrant fur and muscles. He looks at you and goes, "Ran into a bit of an issue with the skiff."
That's not good. Not what I want to hear. What's up?
I need a part.
Need a part.
It's just a drive regulator. But unfortunately, the garage, I'm not on good terms with.
Okay.
I need you all to go grab the item however you wish. I can give you some money for it. 250 credits should cover the cost of it.
So you don't talk to this guy who's got the part, and you go over there and you get into a fight with him and such.
Girl, I don't talk to her anymore. No.
Okay. Well then, yeah, I mean, I guess we'll go buy it for you. Sure. What? Do you have bad relations with a lot of people in this town? Because like you lost your whole skiff. You lost your whole skiff crew. You got a whole supplier that doesn't like you. Kind of on the outside of town.
Me and the supplier, it's a little personal, that's all.
Okay, alright. Cool.
As far as the skiff crew, they just weren't very good at their jobs, and...
Want a worm drive wing?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Large protruding mouth, big teeth, and he just takes the entire thing, bone and all, and throws it in his mouth, crunches. But anyways, here's the coordinates. It's just a bit out in the waste, in the desert there. And you drop by. You can take the shuttle. A shuttle, not the shuttle.
We're going to the desert? I've never been to a desert, only read about them in books. How exciting. I can look at a cactus.
Yeah. You know, a cactus, they
sand.
store a lot of water in a cactus, you know.
Oh, so it's fine when the plant does it, but when I perform it in my suit,
That's very different, Seir.
Very different.
It's
I
so
don't understand the
different.
difference.
It's entirely different.
I believe it's
You are
the
not
same,
a coconut.
Seir. You are the cactus of this clan.
I think we're a
Thank
squad.
you, Egg.
We gotta start using.
Right,
We're the
We can just
Scar
go squad.
We're the
I
Scar
suppose,
Squad.
he
Yeah.
says.
I'm sorry. You've lost your clan,
No,
but you've
it's-
gained a squad.
It's fine.
Anyways, the dealer's name's Celeste.
Celeste,
She shouldn't give
alright.
you any trouble as long as she doesn't know that it's me.
So I don't want to go in there and say, "Hey, Cosmo sent us."
Absolutely not.
All right, cool. Got that down.
Also, shit, she's probably gonna ask questions.
That's fine. I can make up anything.
She's operating her own racing team, so
Okay.
maybe don't imply.
Don't imply that we're racing as well.
You know, starts to draw attention to maybe who you're racing for, and then you gotta answer some questions, and
Okay. Yeah, no problem. That'll be all right. I will.
Does her team include that guy? And I pointed the TV.
she wishes.
Not working with Team Mounser. Then that's good.
No. All right. Enjoy your wings.
Thank you. See you there, Cosmo. Nice chatting with you.
He just gives a little growl of affirmation and heads out.
I feel like we parked our. Welcome back, Seir.
Yes, thank you.
You get
Well.
used to them, I swear.
I know.
The trick
My
is,
body will soon learn
Seir,
to handle these.
The trick is to follow it up with some beer.
Yep, that's a big part of it.
Plus, the more beer you drink, the more you have to recycle.
Yes, don't worry. You can
Don't worry.
drink 4 or 5 without it having a great effect, Seir.
Yeah.
Valafar would kill me.
There we go.
Yeah, I
buddy.
want a might check from you, Seir, as you finish the beer. Um,
Can I would like to insist that I fail this.
absolutely, you can.
I refuse.
You don't have to roll.
I refuse.
You don't have to roll. That is up to you. 100%. You fail. 6 later. Yeah. I don't know. You tell me what drunk Seir's like.
I think drunk Seir is just like. I think it's like 2 beer down. He's just like staring straight ahead. He's just looking at the can, and he's just. I will focus my mind to levitate it. And then he lets go of the beer, topples to the ground.
Dude.
Party foul.
Sir, I gotta say, your mind powers are always so amazing to me, says Egg, who has had quite a few himself.
Shut up.
Oh,
You're so nice. You need to learn grit. How are you going to kill a man and be nice about it?
Ooh, like this. Sorry.
that's a good question.
I'm sorry. Just stabbing notions.
Do I need to kill a man?
You make bombs that blow people up. I do that with my brain. We're the same. You and I. We're the same.
Can your brain explode?
Yes. I've seen it happen. There was an initiate who was in the cell next to me, and one day he pushed himself to the brink, and his brain exploded, and I saw it leaking out of his ears. That was the guy that was supposed to get Seir's armor before me.
Oh,
Wait, so your
that's
name isn't
crazy.
actually Seir?
No, I earned the name when I earned the armor.
Then what's your name?
I don't know.
What?
You wiped from your brain?
I have. No, I was given to the Templars as a child, a wretch that had nothing and no one. And I had no name until I earned it.
Oh, that's what happened to me with the
sad.
Crash Clan.
It's a bummer.
That's crazy.
Wait, you weren't born into the Crash Clan? It's adopted in?
Of course not. No, we're all different species.
I genuinely thought you were all going to be clones of each other. I did not expect you. I was sure I was going to meet Alpha. It was going to be you with the same hair.
No, if the Crash Clan were all clones of Egg, they would be unstoppable. But they're all
Yeah.
weak and
They're all.
mangy little orphans,
They're not brittle and strong
Just-
like our egg here.
like our Egg here.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna make me
Look at him.
Shut up!
Crash?
cry again.
Oh.
Oh man, guys, I don't know. I've had.
Is Vesper the only sober one?
Vesper,
beer.
what's it like growing up with money?
What kind of question is that?
Yeah, tell us, rich girl. What's it like?
Oh,
I never
boy.
use money.
I don't know what's it like growing up with no money. I
Sucks.
guess I didn't want for
Sucks.
anything.
Let's see, growing up with no money, I was digging through the trash of the people who grew up with money.
Oh, yeah, no, I didn't do that.
I watched a guy's brain explode.
You've just said that, Seir. Thank you.
That's
It
what
was
it's
right
like
in
to grow
front
up
of me.
without money.
Right.
For him.
I don't know. I guess
Alpha
I didn't
Crash
have any struggles,
says-
did I?
Alpha Crash says that the presence of money causes the soul to weep and for commodities to be fetishized until everything is quantified within the mind. Is that what happened to you?
No. I went to a very good university. And I studied and learned a lot of things.
Nice.
Well, that's
Nice.
sounds nice. I'm gonna go to sleep now. I feel quite tired, and the wings are winging. And you just see as Windless pops out of existence, and then pops back into existence on his bed.
Wait, yeah, does the collar stay on him when he pops out of existence? Or that's just
Absolutely,
tumbled to the
absolutely. Yeah, it's everything that's connected to him. He doesn't teleport
Okay.
naked.
Okay.
Oh, dear. You
I
could. Just
think
In
Seir will
bed.
just kind of look around and just be like, I must continue to consume these intoxicants to build up my resistance. And he just takes a beer, takes the little like bucket of wings that remains, and he goes crawls back over into his armor and just kind of sits in it. He doesn't close the armor, his just legs are sticking out of the chest piece, and he just curls up with the box of wings, just numbing on them like a raccoon.
This is good. This is good. Well, Vesper, I mean, that sounds real nice and all. I think I'm gonna head to bed as well.
same. Yeah.
Okay,
And I'm
well,
trying to burp, I can't
good
burp.
night.
That'll probably
That's
come up
pretty good
later
burp.
as vomit.
Sleep on your side.
You...
Good night.
Alright.
Grodiest smelling room in the morning.
So bad. We made the worst room ever for the rich girl.
Take me back to prison, please.
I had my own room there.
And extra blankets. Yeah, as you all find your rest, Vesper, you feel a little restless. Not over the conversations that were had, but just something is in your mind. It's I had a hiccup. There we go.
Too
Oh my
many
god, DJ,
hot
were you
wings.
drinking too?
Always. There was just something in your brain just wriggling in the back. And as you close your eyes, you open them. And you find yourself floating in a tank. Looking around at these people. Why do they look so familiar to you? And then you remember. This is the lab that you found when you, well, shortly before you got arrested. You see others of the kind that you first saw come out of that tank and plop down on the floor. These tall, gangly creatures with 3 eyes in a triangular shape. And then you close your eyes. You still feel yourself floating there. And then you wake up the next morning. For clarification, this is if you were from the perspective of the creature that you found in the tank. Rise and shine, everybody! Windless says. There's still some wings left over for breakfast if...
Oh,
wait,
no,
never
no.
mind. Seir has them, and you just see... you just see the bones scattered all around the armor.
Hey,
Like Seir wakes up like he's in a crime scene, like just like sauce just all over. He's like, what happened to me?
Egg is completely
Hot
like splayed out in his
Vincent.
bed, mouth
Yeah.
open, snoring. But when Liz says that, he's like, "Good morning! What a wonderful day it is."
Oh, just
Please.
right to attention.
Quiet,
I'm-
please.
Oh dear. I'm going to grab my journal from my
Oh yeah.
bag and just write.
Yep. Just jot
What
it
I
all
remember.
down. Absolutely.
This will never happen again.
Doubt.
It's funny because they say that people put up walls, to protect themselves. And he's saying this like quietly over to Vesper, and it's just, I never expected those walls to be so literal. Well, what's on the agenda today? Are we heading out to, what was her name? Celeste's?
Celeste.
Yeah.
Samuel, you up?
Yeah, we gotta go to Celeste because she's got the drive regulator that we need for the skiff.
If you don't wake up, I'm going to give you some of Seir's
oh.
recycled water.
I'm not gonna drink. No, don't make me drink Seir's piss. All right, I'll get out of bed. We gotta go to Celeste. We gotta give her 250 credits, but we can't tell her that it's for Cosmo because they don't get along, and we also can't tell her that we're racing a skiff. So we're gonna go in
Should
there.
have asked, is this part a normal part on a ship, or is it? Why would we be buying this part if we're not skiff racing?
Good idea. You know what? I'll
I'm
wing
going to
it.
assume that it requires us to head to this specific location, otherwise Cosmo would not be reaching us to stake it from this one specific person.
Yeah. I will.
Makes sense.
I understand.
It's okay. I'll tell them that I'm from some dang racing authority and I gotta check the part out and they'll give it to me and do. Let's get waffles.
Not like that, though.
Waffles first.
Waffles sound wonderful.
Thank
I'm
you,
gonna
Waffles.
start putting on
Thank you
weight.
for agreeing with me.
They have waffles?
Yeah,
Truly, we do live in luxury.
but they ain't
Perhaps
got
too much.
I bet they don't have Eggos at the at that, what's it called, that fancy one. What was it? The Starlight Lounge? Probably
Oh,
make you
probably.
dang-
I may
We'd
go.
probably have some really nice stuff there. If
Yeah.
you wanted to go there, we could have a really nice breakfast.
I don't want
But I'm
someone
right
to,
here.
I don't want an omelet. Omelets are too fancy.
Everybody give Corb a round of applause for that Eggo
The
pun.
Eggo
Good
pun.
job.
We love
good
it.
job.
That's pretty
We love it.
Thank you. Can we, DJ? Can we kick him out from the podcast now?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Take your bow.
You can fire him now.
Everybody go ahead and click the long rest button before you forget. That's going to be an important thing to do. But
I had 3 points left in intellect.
Yeah, I saw that.
was so ready to hit that
I
button.
saw it.
Long rest. Is that the 10-hour
it's-
recovery?
Nope. So under damage track, there's a little heart with rest. Click that. It'll refill all of your
it
stuff
is.
up.
Oh,
So
got it.
It's just a rest. It's just rest.
Oh, this
Cool.
should be at 18.
well,
There we go.
Cosmo said that we could take a shuttle that he has to this place.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it's going to be dangerous?
No, we're gonna go buy a part from Milady. Why would it be dangerous?
Absolutely, it'll be dangerous. It's us.
That's actually a very
Of course
good
it will be
point.
dangerous. We're going to the desert.
What do you
There
think
will be
is-
cactuses.
Well,
What do you
Do you just want to hang out here in the room while we take care of this?
What do you think of cactuses?
I would absolutely love to just hang out in the room while you take care of this.
Do not run up a tab.
A
Oh, things
cactus
cost
is a
some
money.
plant covered in
Good
to know.
spines.
If you're
I like
going
this
to pay for
crosstalk.
anything, you'll have to run your own bounty. You understand?
And
Thumb.
you don't want to do that
flame.
because I had to cut somebody's arm off.
Interesting. All right. Yes. Money. I could probably earn some money. Have fun, everybody.
Have fun with
Don't
this.
do crime.
Oh no crimes.
I'll bring you back a cactus.
Do crime.
I don't think I need a. I appreciate the thought and sentiment.
Great.
You guys see him out the door. He closes the door. The TV gets turned way up.
Yeah. I just, as we're walking away, just to Vesper, just a real catty. Don't give orders to my prisoner.
Don't tell your prisoner to do crime. We're trying to stay out of prison.
Yes, and sometimes doing crime is the best way to avoid being in prison. You know what happens in prison. You don't do crime.
You were just talking about don't care about being a Templar anymore, and you're still trying to keep a prisoner?
Yes, because he's still
That's
dangerous.
a very good point.
The Templars are corrupt. That doesn't mean their mission is incorrect.
Well, yeah,
There
What
are
makes
dangerous
Whiskers so
forces.
dangerous?
It is the possibility to foresee the future and to manipulate magics that are very dangerous if left unchecked.
you
That
manipulate
still remains the case.
magics, and also Egg. He kind of, I mean, if he's left uncontrolled, he blows stuff up. He manipulates magics of, energy and matter and such that hurt people and left unchecked is dangerous. I think.
You think
that
cactuses can explode?
it probably, if you get them bomby enough. Yeah.
Oh dear.
Egg is someone else's concern. My concern is for the metaphysical, and Windless is a threat to the metaphysical, regardless of whether or not I agree with what my order has done.
Yeah, but
But don't
we all run around with the
You-
dangers. Why don't we just let this danger go free too?
explode mines?
Yes, I explode minds. That is not the dangerous thing that Windless does. Seeing the future, interacting with causality. I've explained this all in great detail to Samuel before. Look, I haven't killed him. That's already very lenient for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he says something where it's like if someone knows the future, then they can change the future, and there's something about that the fact that changing reality is extremely dangerous and has the potential to attract the ideas of an angry god or something.
Have you met
Let's-
Windless? Does he seem like somebody to change the future?
No, he literally can't even change his pants. So yeah, let's.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not afraid.
It's a good thing he turned that TV up.
We're like going down the hotel stairs, just walking down the stairwell. Yeah.
Yeah. You eventually find your way to Cosmo's garage, and the nondescript, unlabeled shuttle is there, waiting for you. And he looks at you all and goes, perfect. Here's the cash, and he hands you the 250 credits.
Thank you.
And when well, just be careful. Celeste can be quite the negotiator.
Yeah. Well,
She's not afraid to kind of get a little rough.
you guys used to fuck?
No, gross. No.
Sounds like you did. Just gonna put that's the kind of the energy you're giving me right
Just-
now.
Get out of here. Go.
All right. That's all I'm saying, dude. Just Cosmo. I'm just saying.
We'll bring you back a cactus.
Thank you. Yeah. Samuel, I would assume you're shuttling the shuttle.
I'll fly the shuttle out there. I'll drive it.
Not gonna make Vesper
Like a
do it.
minivan check.
Essentially. And you ride out.
God, this thing
It's
sucks.
beautiful scenery, but the further you get away from the city, the more you realize how little developed this planet actually is outside of the city hubs. Beautiful mountain ranges, beautiful like orange and yellow, sandy, rocky deserts all over. It's a strange planet for you, Vesper. It's not one that you've been to, but you eventually see this place that you're supposed to be heading to out in the distance. It's just like a garage out in the middle of nowhere. And as you park the shuttle, you see that there's a couple of other shuttles out front, but it just says Celeste's garage. And what do you do?
Egg is like has his face pressed up against the glass of the shuttle the whole time, staring outside.
Yeah.
And when you park, he immediately jumps out and starts just stepping around and looking at the ground. It's so... Where's the sand?
It's mostly rock and just kind of like hard-packed dirt. That's most deserts. Some deserts are actually really cold. Deserts are more about the amount of rainfall that they get than their sandiness.
Hey. I see.
Yeah.
Egg deflates.
Egg, don't cry. Water's very important out here. If you cry, you lose it.
Not if you're wearing armor.
Oh.
Would you like Egg to get into your armor with you, Seir?
No, he would never fit.
Yeah.
Then don't bring up your armor.
You know,
And Seir's just gonna do like a real catty, just like brush past Samuel and walk over to the garage entrance.
see the inside of Seir's armor, like you gotta like adjust the leg points part, so you gotta like take an Allen wrench and you gotta like spin it for a really long time while the spot where the foot goes just drops down and
Yeah,
I imagine that as
he's basically
walking
using
away,
stilts.
as he's walking away, you see that there's like, you know, the butt flaps and the footy pajamas in his armor.
Sir, I'm
Man,
curious.
do I want it to be like full like Joel Schumacher, like Batman nipples and codpiece on the armor?
not.
Or is it, you know,
Please no.
No, I think we can't do
Just
it. But fan artists.
Just fan
there you
art's
go.
always like
Free.
this.
So I've got a
There
question.
you go, artists.
Your water system filters out any toxins and anything. Do you have an external water insert? And if so,
Yes,
can we pee into that? And does it clean it? Like if we're out and our bathroom's broken, can we use your suit as a bathroom from the outside?
Look, this is technically classified information, but in the field, if two Templars are ever stranded together and have no hope of rescue, that is indeed one of the methods that we use to make sure that we stay alive.
You guys pee on each other. Interesting. Very good to know. It seems like a lot of survival situations have people peeing on each other. I don't get it, but that's what I've seen a lot of TV shows.
It's a
and
wonderful
books.
tool that the body produces.
Yeah.
As-
All right, that's great. This is good. Let's go buy this part. Let's go.
As you step inside and like the door, company warning bell goes off. You look up and see several rough-looking individuals standing behind the counter, and they go, "What the hell do you want?"
We're here to buy it.
That's no way to greet a customer.
It's okay, Vesper. Hi.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Using my training in positive, pleasant social interaction, say, good afternoon, gentlemen. We are here looking to purchase a bit of a drive regulator, and we heard that you
Just
had
a bit
one
of
out
one?
here. Well, we were looking to purchase the whole thing, really.
Oh.
Thank you, though. That's very clever.
I see.
Yeah. We heard around town that y'all had what we were looking for, the model. Now,
Hey
you know,
Roscoe,
besides
how much
what
you
we
think
need.
for the drive regulator? I don't know, like 800 credits. That's what I'd go for. Yeah, 800 credits. Sounds
800
about
credits?
right.
No, that seems quite high in my opinion. Now, I've seen it go for the comparable ones on planets just like this, going for maybe around 200.
I need all of you to make an intellect check. Basically, it's more of like an insight check on these guys.
Mm-hmm.
I am skilled at discerning the truth.
You are skilled at discerning the truth.
I can recognize falsehoods. What's the difficulty?
Yeah, difficulty for this is going to be a 4.
Okay. I don't have anything to it. I'm fine.
Not that good.
I succeed.
If I'm the only one that fails after that, oh, thank you, Vesper. I knew I could count on you.
You're welcome.
Brutal.
Wait a
Brutal.
minute. These gentlemen are misleading us, says Egg. They don't even have cacti sold here.
Not only that, Egg, your danger sense is going off. Same for you, PK. In fact, somebody has kind of like stepped in behind you, and you hear the click of the door. You don't think these men are associated with Celeste at all?
So yeah, we
I
were
do not
here.
believe these men are associated with Celeste at all.
Thank you. Yeah. Where is Celeste? We heard that she was the one gonna be that was running this shop, and I just don't see her around. What's going on, fellas?
You hear from behind the counter.
Is Celeste some sort of alien who speaks with a muffled sound, or is there something?
Slut.
I'll let you carry your insight over, but there's definitely someone gagged behind the counter.
I think, yeah, Sear's just gonna do the gunslinger, just quick draw, just psychic blast to whoever's around.
All right, that's where we're going to end for tonight.
I pull out my guns. I pull out my guns too. We're all going crazy. We
Can I
freeze
pull out
frame.
my gun?
Wait a minute, says Egg. The plural of cactus is cacti.
Cacti of the Tyrant.
That's what.
Oh,
It all ties in.
You're both
At
fired.
all times.
Both the Canadians are fired for their puns today.
Thank you all
That's
for
right.
joining us this week. We'll pick up next time right here and see how things go. But please check out OneShotTavern.com, where you can find all of our social media and our merchandise. The Coastal Mage Slayer shirt is on there and is quite comfortable. It's one of my favorites. That's why I wear it. Why am I talking
Soon
like
to
Egg?
have
I
Eye of the Tyrant.
have the Tyrant.
Merch, right?
Soon, I am hoping. Because, like I said, I'm writing down these ridiculous things you guys say. And hopefully that'll become merch one day. But
Hopefully, we'll get some gold.
join us all next week.
It's gotta happen.
We're going to have a great time. Have a wonderful week. See you next time.